Okay, so this news here, this is a donut that in Europe it's given to the children. They dress this up in, it's like a masquerade, and they go house to house and they collect this stuff. Okay, so this stuff was selected. I ate one. This stuff was selected to take place exactly on a day when news about Alexei Navalny would be amplified. The future news about his death would be amplified. And that was exactly today when whole Facebook was just covered with the news about Navalny. This news about Navalny that's been already circling around for several days now, being poisoned with a South American frog. This is directly pertaining to year 2015, probably 2015, when I was told literally by Robert Golob that not only Robert Golob, but these animals from the local police station, that just one like this is almost as poisonous as the frog from South America, which killed Alexei Navalny. This was year 2015. Do you know how violent, delusional this shit is? What kind of violence the fuck this is? You also will explain why would this stuff be so poisonous for me? What kind of health problem have you created me for this to be so poisonous? So I never had this kind of problems until 2018. You told me just one like this can actually kill me, and so on and so forth. This kind of stuff cannot kill you across the night, but it's a serious problem that anyone like this can create. So serious that you at the police compared this stuff to, well, it's now known as a death of Navalny, frog poisoning. I'm just about to publish this thing here about Navalny being poisoned by the frog. There was a mother right there of Navalny. I might have completely screwed up this thing here because yeah, when I started to write about this stuff, I just when I saw this with yeah, I really screwed up. I screwed up. I really screwed up. It won't help me now. I had a video. I had a video that I was gonna copy paste here. It was, you might have briefly saw that from Navalny's mother. I was gonna copy paste this crazy fucking video. It is Navalny again over there. I was gonna copy paste this crazy fucking video from his mom. So I wanted to give these people a taste of reality. I don't know if I still get to see this video, but the Facebook keeps changing this shit. I mean, they keep flipping. They just keep fucking flipping or reloading the page, so it just doesn't stay anywhere. Now the stuff that is written about, the stuff that's written right there about the stuff that is written, the text that I wrote, that text is completely in line with it. There was South American native tribes that were involved in it, and it's better that I don't want. I have a bunch of people, South American natives, that can confirm the stuff that is written here. This is no joke. This is real. This is real stuff. This is no Navalny. This is not Charles from London. This is real. This stuff here is real. This is as real as it gets. This is the way it was. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, but you must be just you're just extremely pathetic people to go to this level, to go to this distance. You try to fuck me, basically, to say something that I never should say, so that you can use my quotes, and that's basically that's what Navalny was hired for. It's called pathos, basically minding one of the bestiality that you perform on him. And, psychiatrists love that kind of stuff. And so you're fucking disgusting. You're disgusting. You're more disgusting than those frogs. You're more primitive than any of the natives I met in South America or in Africa or whatever the hell they had something still innocent. Guinea, you took me, hijacked me, trafficked me. You didn't took anybody anywhere. You hijacked, you trafficked. I traded my depression that you made in my real life for a nightmare that you offered me through, in a parenthesis, dreams. That's what I did. You're not my friends, and you know exactly who you are. That's how you wanted to be on the picture. I tried to make it different, but you're in the world of Romanovs. You live by your standards. And you're also going to stay over there. So they switched me this thing here. I was going to put video from Navalny's mom. I have to stop eventually recording this thing so that I can all you can do is you can pretend that I don't exist. And as far as myself, I am unwilling to stand any kind of trial in the United States of America. It's going to be this one here. As I said, I will not go to United States of America. You can void everything this stuff here, you can just void all this stuff. You're not going to see me in America. You're not going to see me in America, not now, not ever. This is all there is to your democracy right here. When you understand this stuff here, you will understand why. I give a specific reason why I don't feel to be part of you. I don't feel to be anything, to have anything to do with you. This is not acceptable for me. You will live like a swines, and you're never going to get on my picture again. You live like a swines. It has been documented throughout the history that you actually live like a swines, and you're not going to get on my picture. None of you is going to get anywhere close to me. You're never ever going to get on my picture again. Ever. America is not going to see me. For sure it's not going to see me. I will have you come to Europe to do your stuff, but you won't see me in America. You don't deserve it. You said I don't deserve to be in America when I was all by myself. Sold, completely betrayed. And now I will say to you, you don't deserve to be next to me. Your name deserves to be seen when it comes to me through the video that you see right there. That's how you deserve, and that's how you will be remembered by me. You don't deserve to be on the picture next to me in any other form. You have Navalny's, you have your American presidents, but you are never ever going to be on a picture in absolutely any way next to me. And Slovenian police was correct about this stuff. This stuff can be all done through the, even here, local Slovenian court, even though that I will not allow that. I will demand Slovenian judges to report themselves. I have no idea. Either to Hague or Strasbourg or wherever they have this kind of stuff. You will not be on the picture next to me. That's for sure. The one foremost responsible for this are American judges, American Supreme Court. That's the one who is foremost responsible for this. I shouldn't be talking to you like this. I shouldn't be talking to you about this. But it was well procalculated. It's not something that this would be a coincidence or anything like that. It's just that I also put everything in writing so that you can understand, so you can thoroughly understand how you is Siljevati extort, how you extorted your justice. I don't need you. I don't need people like you. I don't want you to be anywhere next to you, to me. There has been millions of videos, millions of audios that you stored pertaining to my case alone. Audio and video. And the only thing you were capable to come up with is with a story about how you redacted the so-called Epstein files. So then if you redact everything and you committed at least 200,000 hate crimes, at least 200 hate crimes pertaining racially, ethnically, religious affiliated hate crimes. At least you created. At least. Within 50 years of MK Ultra bestiality that you performed on me. At least. And if the only thing you have is the Epstein file, you're not going to be absolutely anywhere next to me. You guys are not going to be absolutely anywhere next to me. This is your democracy. These are your royals. This is how you live. And as I wrote down, you live like a swines, not like a people. You live like a svinya, like a swines. You're going to do it all yourself, this stuff. Now I'm going to say to you, you're not going to be doing this stuff with me. We're not going to be doing anything. We don't have anything common. You and I, you Americans and I don't have anything common with one another. This is how you live. This is who you are. And your standards are not going to determine about who I am or who I was. That's how you did it. And whatever it is that you're going to do, whether you're going to throw this in a trash bin, whatever it is that you're going to do, the blog is going to stay. And frankly, I am sorry that I am not going to have proofs about you, scum, but it would be nice to see, for the world to see who the fuck you are. It would be refreshing, but you always keep your godly image, you know, you always keep your godly image to yourself because you don't want the rest of the world to see how primitive, how barbaric, how murderous. I should have known better than that. I should have known where the problems are going to be, where the trouble is going to be. I should have known way better than this. You created so many hate crimes, literally involving your royals, your highest people, that it should have been clear to me, it should have been totally evident to me on how this whole thing is going to end, as you did not have any kind of perspective on the first place. It's completely understandable. When you have a Supreme Court justices involved in hate crimes, top FBI, top CIA directors, executives, royals from London, royals from Belgium, from German royals and Scandinavian and Norwegian and Swedish and all these animals, it's not difficult to know where the whole thing is going. You will not portray yourself to the world for what you are. You never did. Frankly, you never did. That's why I said this video here, right down below, this video here, you are truly the way you secured your liberties, the way you, for your freedom. I wrote this down, this definition here. This truly is despicable. It's so despicable that I would be ashamed to have you. I would be ashamed to have you again, to have you next to me. To see myself in absolutely any way, to walk your streets, to look at you in the face, even if you would tell the truth, you would feel fucked up, because this is how fucked up you are, Americans. You understand that? And you are the most liberal of all this Anglo-Saxon, German, Scandinavian tribes. Of all of you, you're the most liberal, aren't you? You are not officially monarchy, even that you are nothing other than British, German bitch. But you're the most liberal, you're the most freedom, you're the no kings movement. George Floyd defines you, right? I just don't want. I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything from you. I did it. I worked hard to do this. And by God, that you live like a swines, you live like a pigs. It's not really how the human live. George Bush spoke about something about the fish. Fish, I don't know. We can coexist with the fish, whatever. Is just, let me say to you something. You guys are fucking despicable swines. Totally despicable. I don't want you to be part of this. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. It's okay. You don't deserve it. I didn't deserve to be part of you, and that's how you actually wanted the whole thing to end. You wanted to end it like this. This is the way, this is what you worked on it, and I don't want this to end in any other way. This year is what actually defines you. These are your 9/11 court trials. This is how you enforce your 9/11 court trials. And as I said, you live like a swines because you are swines. The only thing that's missing are fucking tails on your asses. Many of you actually even look like a swines, really. A little better look, and that's what it comes to. So that much about also saving my life. by Alexei Navalny and etc., etc. This is sick, sick stuff for which they hoped me I would write about some other stuff they could affiliate me to certain issues they certainly hoped for. Look at it. Here's the date and time. There you go. That's your hero right there. These are your heroes. This is your world. These are your freedoms. Pay respect to people that matter. Pay respect to your way of life, the American way of life, and everything is going to be just wonderful as it always was. It's completely evident what this was all about. It's always better to disappear than to get arrested, right? This guy was involved in Mount Everest of hate crimes, by the way. The video is here. I was just somehow lucky to have video recorded this stuff. Look at it. The video is right here. There you go. It's called AFP, a news agency. My God, what a fucking hypocrisy, lies, scum, and a psychiatry, actually. A hope, actually. Hunting. You like to hunt. You wanna fuck me, huh? You want me to say some bad words to you. That's what you're looking for the psychiatry. Huh? Huh? Hunting people. That became a sport. That's your so-called Russian opposition. He was a Vladimir Putin, his agent. Don't worry about it. Hunting people. Now, this is what became a sport now. This here. You see this here? You see this stuff here? Foremost, this video down here. You see this stuff here? This is the stuff to watch. You'll understand everything. Americans, British, and Germans have both sides, even if there will be alternative to Vladimir Putin. That one also would play with Americans, with the Germans, based on whichever way they would squeeze the on piano, whatever they would play on piano. I don't know how you say that. This here, this video defines who you are. You people live like a swines. You are swines. Literally swines is what you are. You keep your fucking Epstein files. You keep your lies to the world. For you, it's normal. For you, the stuff that you do, it's normal. I just hope the rest of the world rejects you. Totally. Because the stuff that you created is the stuff that never should take place in the first place. You may say, but other countries are worse. Yes, they're worse because they don't allow stuff like this to go this far. This was one biggest ever espionage case that existed in the history of the world. And that's what you are escaping with. But basically categorizing me in some kind of Epstein files and, some kind of Armstrong or something like that who did not know what the fuck he was doing anyways. You love to brag about how he was used. You don't brag about your Armstrong anymore. How he was used for espionage without even knowing that he was. right? Louis Armstrong, right? It's no, you no more want to talk about him. I mean, I don't understand. You are so eager to prove that he did not know what you were doing to him. But I proved the stuff what you are doing to me. For you only remove him out of the picture. You didn't want to have anything anymore affiliated with this kind of stories. You don't want to have anything to do. It's now the time to throw the Epstein files. A bunch of pedo crooks, presidents, and you don't want to know anything about that stuff. What you want to do is you want to turn it your way. That's how you want to settle these differences. And if only possible through psychiatry. So you're still addicted to psychiatry, I see. I see that you still see a competition to these frogs, for me to put it this way. You're still searching for the ways to hurt, to damage, basically, to get psychiatric output out of this stuff. You still want to prove something. You still hallucinate about. You want more proofs about it? You want more proofs? You're not satisfied with the proofs that I provided. You want different kind of proofs. You want more proofs. That's why this stuff here. That's why this kind of stuff here. These are your liberties. This is your freedom. This is how you do it. You're well dressed up. You look like a decent human being. You dress yourself up. Kamala Harris, right? Barack Obama, Donald Trump. You well dressed up. You're clean people. You look like a well dressed up. And that's all the fuck it matters, right? And you write down on a dollar note, in God we trust. That's all the fuck you do. And you repeat. Thanks God, world started to take a note about who you are, because the picture really changed a lot. The landscape of the world changed a lot when it compared to what it used to be. It's not so easy to do with the world the way you used to do it. Now your American economy is struggling against BRICS, against the Russians, Brazil, China, India, and others. I heard that on the news, and you yourself spoke about that stuff, that the edge which you had over the rest of the world, it became marginalized, and so you became desperate, and that's why these wars are coming on the surface. But I don't think you're going to be successful at it. You're successful at it as much as you can. This is not even the news, the stuff that I told you. You're successful at it as long as you are like inside of this video here, where I presented you exactly for who you are, what you are. That's what makes you successful. So the world must understand where the world is heading to. This is the day that today they celebrate. Just like you wear, just like you wear your beautiful clothing and stuff like this, you also wear this stuff, and it's just one day that you look crazy. It's not a big deal, it's not a big deal. And then the next day you can wear again clean clothing, and you sit inside of your cars, and you look more serious, and you look more intelligent, smarter. Just one day is allowed to look like this, but other than that, you are very, very smart and clean and normal people. That's what you are. That's what defines you, America. This is what you are, and this is what you were, and this is what you're going to be with the rest of the world when it comes to this case. That's what it is. I'm a crazy fucking masquerade, and you are smart. You are smart. You are brilliant people. This here is what defines you. There was more normal, decent in those people from Amazon 1,000 times. That's what I'm ashamed of. I'm really, really ashamed of. For me to have. Yeah, you're gonna do the Epstein. You're gonna do, but this case here, just say it never existed. For me, I got everything I needed to get. The life was just so difficult for me that for me to have exposed everything you were involved in, stuff that you did. And today I see the job, the magnitude of the stuff I accomplished, the stuff I did it. Today I can see just how filthy this whole thing was. Today I can see the magnitude of what I made it through when I described this 9/11 procedure. Today, finally, I look down and, I see the magnitude of this stuff about what exactly I was against, what I managed to deliver to the world, what the truth about you, who you are, your democracy swines, the way you live like a swines, the way you do this stuff. This here, this is what defines you. You see this here? This kind of stuff. Yeah, that's it. What defines you is a computer like this that you got me. And of course, you also video recorded yourself explaining to me why I have to keep one clean. Infested with mold. Computer by the neighbor, Method Yerman, who was playing with the mold. Molding computers during MK Ultra is what they were doing. What else you gonna do other than to steal? Break. Modify operating system, physically break. And replace that with your own version of computer so that you demonstrate your power, your might, how powerful you are, how strong you are. That's what defines you. And I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. I actually like that. Oof. Why did I record this donuts? Why did I record the donuts? I recorded the donuts simply because the timing was so perfect. The timing of this play with Navalny was so perfect, and it was designed so that I would dedicate him yet another post like this one here. It was totally designed that I'm using the opportunity to remind you that you actually told me that the white donut like that is what you actually compared to to this South American frog, the poisonous South American frog. So therefore, the health symptoms that you play with, and the year was 2015, with a Stefanich present, with you were laughing in my face here in our home again. Juršić, Stefanich, Zajček, Božičnik, young Božičnik. It was funny to you that one would have such health problems that you developed that he could not go and reach out for a fucking donut. All through in 2015, I still ate them. But during MK Ultra, you had this kind of symptoms, whatever the fuck you were doing with me. That's why it's so important, this donut issue, to remind you, basically, entirely to remind you. This donut issue that I presented you with, I ate one. This is actually a proof about what is written here. That's why the donut issue. It's not irrational, it's not illogical, it's not for no nonsense shit. Whatever problem the fuck you did to me, just so that you people know, that type of stuff that you have seen right there, they labeled it in 2015 as the deadliest of the deadly issues. They told me, I give you just one like this, and you're going to be sick beyond beliefs, because they measured every poison they administered during MK Ultra. And I told you, they would have you eat eggs for days. They would have you eat peaches for days. They would have you eat certain food or let's say cherries for days. They will have you eat until I felt like rotten inside of my stomach. I felt intestines. I felt like they are cold. Cold intestines. You feel cold intestine. You feel it's rottening over there inside of your stomach. This is what the stuff they were doing to prove their point. You understand what I'm talking about? With every different kind of food. So the Charlie also, Britansky Charlie, could also write the book about the natural cures, what is healthy, what is not healthy, and this is what they were doing. Butchers, regular fucking butchers, and from what I see, so eager also to prove something else. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's 2026. I'm now 54 years old. And like I said, you people live like a swines. There will be no trial for me of any kind on the floor of the United States of America. I will tell you how this is going to play out. You're never going to be me again in the United States of America. My father didn't want to go there. He didn't like it. He said, 94-year-old father, whom, for the sake of your South American frog poison, I'm not allowed to even visit now. And those are probably his last days in this world. Because of you, scum. Because of you. So you can have it, so you can be normal. So you look normal. So you can all be normal. So you can be normal. So you can secure your liberties, your freedoms to yourself and to your posterity. You can, that's why. That's why. So it can be the way you want, the way you like, together with your Navalny. He didn't like it. He didn't want to go there. He didn't want to have nothing to do with it. He fucking hated it. You're never going to see me over there. If for nothing other, I will dedicate this to the father. So he was no good. Many things father did were bad. Really, really bad stuff. But he was my father. And he was not the only one who had a shitty taste about it all. If you wanted to help, and I will say to you, you are not in a capacity to help even when you were watching father and his son over there in the United States of America. You took a different kind of road. You took a different direction. And we all know what kind of direction this is. I described you, well described you. I don't need any kind of audio and video and files or whatever the fuck you have released. The people who read this blog, watch this video, will understand your culture. They understand you, your souls, to the bottom of your souls, who you are, where you're coming from, who you are, and where the whole world is heading to. With you, where the whole world is heading to. I love the work I did. I love the work I did. It's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece for the world to see, for the world to have ability to witness to the stuff. Understand who you are, what you are, where is it you're coming from, and where you're heading. And entire humanity, if one was to follow you, where entire humanity is heading. You are a German, you're an original British bitch. You're an original British hooker, slut. That's what you are. You're used by the British for whatever British have lost edge over the rest of the world. It used to be the British didn't need you to get the job done. Now they need you. And you need the so-called issues of liberty, of freedom. Basically what you need is you need to bomb a lot of countries and repeat freedom, freedom, freedom next to that Statue of Liberty that you have. Liberty, freedom for all. This is how it is, with the bombs flying all over the place. This is who you are, and the world knows you. The world knows you. Thanks to this case, world knows you even better. I quite frankly will say to you like this. When it comes to the United States of America, I always wondered about how is it to go abroad. What is it? How are you viewed as a human being? Do they, to become part of whatever society that you immigrate to? What does it feel like? What is it like? What is it? I tried my life before I immigrated to the States in Austria. And I never would have tried my life in Austria or in Germany ever again. And I never would have tried my life in the United States of America either. I hate the idea that I try to immigrate to the United States of America. It is repulsive, it is odd, it is disgusting. It makes me puke when I consider that I actually tried to immigrate to the United States of America. It's, they say he like it, he doesn't like it, he like it, he doesn't like it. I heard this numerous people that I met when in the States, and I always heard from people, he likes it, he doesn't like it, oh, he doesn't like it, or he like it, or whatever it might be, like it, does not like it. All kinds of South American people. From my ex-wife, I remember meeting all kinds of people. Some people love it, some people hate it, but I just remember how you live over there in the States. Some of you had a lot of money, but most of you, if not everybody, was covered with the loans, with the credits, with the debt. Buying yourself more than what you could afford yourself. Truly living the vida loca life. And then it's at no wonder that the case like this came out, that you actually I don't stand you basically when I look at you in the face already. And you made impression on me that you are pathological liars, all of you, that you are just addicted to stealing, to lies, and based on what we see over there in Palestine, also killing. You introduced us to death here in Eastern Europe. My life next to you started with what you enforced is simply, it's unprecedented. And it's not about like it, doesn't like it, but it's just a thought about, if I would be moving to the United States of America, if I would be becoming part of the United States of America, what exactly that would look like for my progeny, for my kids, if I would have children in the United States of America. Where would this take me to? What would all this stuff I have gone through left me with? You appreciate Trump's, you appreciate Kamala Harris, Biden's, George Bush, Bush's, you appreciate. You like it like this, you like it muddy, swiny, filthy. It's your way of life. But like I said, not even my father liked it. It's really a beautiful place, a beautiful nature that you have, but even that 1% of American indigenous population that you have would share my opinion with me. Whether they like it or not, because they have no choice, they have to see themselves in you, in your America. They have no place to go, they have no place to escape to reality, but they cannot call it a home. I don't think anybody other than British royals, your German British elite, can call it a home. For the rest of you, I think that you just, as you are entitled to basically is lie to yourself, then that's all there is to it. Search for another individual whom you can use. Just like myself, I should say, from abroad, to secure yourself, your freedoms and your liberties to yourself. You can convince people that in other parts of the world is even worse. No more. Even my father didn't like it when he was there. Even he didn't want. He had fun. I tried to survive, on the other hand, in the United States of America. I tried to make life over there. And he didn't like it, given that he was having a fun in your country. And he didn't like it. He still didn't like it. About the Alexei Navalny. The Alexei Navalny was so much in New York. New York. You know, New York? Alexei Navalny was so much in New York. He was making arrangement. You see what the name, you see what the title is of this post? You see this here? Alexei Navalny was so much into New York. New York. He was making agreements. He was making deal with Americans. Do you see this here? CIA, KGB, FSB. See this stuff here? I'm gonna write down here. That I actually have no doubt, I actually have no doubt. They had houses over there, they had housing over there. My case was literally used for all kinds of espionage, all kinds of people from around the world to even settle either in Australia, in Canada, New Zealand, or in United States of America alone. And Alexei Navalny he loved it up there in New York. He loved it up there in New York State, in that area. Most likely, in my personal opinion, settled in United States of America, that is in a New York area. This is just one more reason why I have no fucking business whatsoever to have anything to do inside of United States of America. Like I said, you people live like a swines. The only thing that's missing you is the pigtails. That's all there is to it. Other than that, you're right there. Let me also explain to you this issue. The thing is that this espionage people that immigrated, that did this type of trickery, all kinds of stuff, they become like parasites. They glue themselves on you. And so now, wherever the fuck you go, whatever the fuck you do, you are their past and you are the ticket to the future. You're used as a ticket in the past to whatever they wanted to travel, to whatever they wanted to exploit in this world, do. And they feel that your presence next to them is affiliated with their future because you are their past. You are basically their resume. You are somebody they can say, if they ask them about who are these people and this and that, they point finger at you. That's why Navalny was actually thrilled about my coming in the future to New York and be like his neighbor or something like that. This is the sickest part of the world there is in the history and in geographically located in the world. You understand? I won't have absolutely nothing to do with you, scum. Nothing. That much about your South American frogs and all your diarrhea that you keep stressing to the people, lies that you continue to load, and try to steer your subject away from for what I demonstrate, expose you entirely. No wonder that you depended on a cancer. No wonder that the only way out for you was to play with a cancer, with the strokes, and with the stuff like this. It's no wonder that you resorted yourself to the stuff like this. I just want to apologize to South American natives, to Indians over there inside of the jungle. It would have been very different if it was just you, yourself, and myself, or if I was surrounded by the normal people. But when I was surrounded with such a disgusting people, you don't want to do and something beautiful next to animals like this. They're disgusting. They're just disgusting creatures, and you have to understand it's called intimacy, and you don't want to share intimacy with something repulsive, disgusting, watching from the side, actually maybe even priding itself to be deserved for something. You don't want to do that kind of stuff. These are the things you don't want to mix. Before I throw these clips together here, I just want to say to these indigenous people over there in the jungle in South America, if I would have gotten killed by that frog because of these idiots, European idiots that were delivering me to the jungle, if I would got killed in that jungle, that's how much I appreciate the offers from those girls when you had me there. If I would got killed, if this indigenous population somehow would decide to poison me, get rid of me or whatever, it wouldn't be their fault. You understand? It would have been even my fault. If something like this would have happened, that I eventually would get poisoned and would die over there from the poison from these frogs or whatever it might be, it would have been my fault before it would be the fault of the natives who would have done that. You desecrated something, you murderous filth, Slovenian filth scum. Together with the Germans, with the British, with Americans, you desecrated something that it was not yours. And you continue to desecrate every fucking day. You continue to desecrate these indigenous people. You continue to steal, you continue to rape, you continue to disrespect, you continue to do the stuff that is not yours, that does not pertain to you, that you have no business to be there. And if you somehow are privileged access to go there, you murderous scum have no respect. No respect whatsoever. I am not surprised at all that sometimes people disappear and go in these jungles, because you have no respect for the people. It's what you refer to as a spirit, and etc., etc., etc. You are scum. You are very bad people, just like I describe on my blog. And truly, if I would somehow get poisoned or killed, whatever the case would have been over there, they would do with me. If they would do with me, I don't think they ever would. I don't think they would. They were really angry. They did all kinds of stuff, and all kinds of stuff they did, But no, I don't think these people would ever kill me. I don't think they would. I don't think they would. But if they would, let's say if they would, it would have been even my fault. You understand? It would have been. I would actually feel really guilty for the stuff that went on over there. Although, of course, I was jucked up, hijacked, trafficked, tortured, thrown over there, and that kind of stuff went on. And in case of American indigenous population, the females and also males, they were also very upset with me, which these are really interesting people. They are so honest, so calm, so pure, so clean. And it's just things that are, like I describe on this post, that will piss them off. And I understand this. If anything would have happened back then, it would have been my fault if that stuff would have happened. None of it that went on inside of that jungle with the natives was their fault whatsoever. I wanted to clarify that kind of stuff. I don't want anybody to have any doubts about the stuff that went on, who did it, what it happened, and this and that. You are single most despicable, disgusting creatures that one possibly could provide somebody in my situation with to I never exploited anything. Let's just say explore certain. I just saw it. I just saw this thing, and I have to say to you, these people are just really beautiful. They might look primitive and everything, but they are very pure, very clean people inside. Good people, innocent, and there is no excuse in front of the innocence. So I want to clarify that issue too.